Was good? What's popping? Was never meters in the building? Was never meters in the building. So as I'm doing this podcast, I'm in my bedroom, just laying down, something simple. There is over 1,600 people in this spaces with Hitman Holla, ARP, and Gerald. Like, what's going on? Because this episode is to speak on Massacre 6 versus Summer Madness Kings versus Queens. Now, we gotta make this make sense. We gotta make this make sense, you dig? So, what's all this hate? Before I get into the battles, before I get into the events of both cards, what is going on? Like, first it was Averb attacking Hitman, Hitman attacking Averb, Hitman bringing in Beasley, then Averb attacking Hitman and Beasley, and then Calico's in the mix. Jack Boy Maine said that Averb has to, I don't want to say it because I'm on YouTube, but you can go watch the video. It's on Twitter. He said things that would hurt you, but that's how he felt. Then Calico was on pause. Then Averb was talking back to Calico. Man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on, but I will update y'all on it, and I'll upload it on this channel. But here's the thing. Here's what we're here for. So we have Massacre 6 versus Kings versus Queens. I'm not saying no Summer Madness because it's Kings versus Queens. Would you think that T-Top versus Official would be on a Summer Madness? No. Do you think a Twerk versus 40 Bars would be on a Summer Madness? John the Don versus Coffee Brown, that's not Summer Madness. Rum Nitty versus Vixen the Assassin, not Summer Madness. The only Summer Madness battles on here. Look, okay. Look at this card. I repeat, the only Summer Madness battles on this card is Twerk versus 40 Bars, Geechee Gotti versus Miss Hustle, and Teddy Rock versus Jazz the Rapper. Rum Nitty versus Vixen the Assassin is not cut to be Summer Madness material. And neither, like, maybe T-Top and Official, maybe. And John the Don versus Coffee Brown, I don't see that being a Summer Madness battle. Because when I go to my Reddit, I put this up. I said, which event is better out of these two? I put Massacre 6 versus URL's card. Only 4 people voted for URL. King of the Dots event is beating them by a landslide. Why? So why is nobody talking about Massacre 6? Do you not know how many times that these battle rappers were being used over and over and over? This is 2024. It's time to make new talent. Some of these battle rappers, some of these vets is about to hang it up. The only ones that's going to stay may be Twerk, T-Top, and maybe Rum Nitty. Tay-Rock can retire. Geechee can retire. Gas can retire. Miss Hustle can retire. 40 Bars can retire. Even John can retire. Because look to the right. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Somebody said I hate that look. Yoshi's not on this card. Is it gonna be a full house? Is this gonna sell tickets? Because on Massacre 6, they dropping bombs. They dropping bombs. You heard? Cause like, look. Let me bring up the I'm gonna bring this up. I'm about to bring in these notes. All right. Now, the top half is Chilla Jones versus T-Rex, Big K versus Tay-Rock, Geechee Gotti versus Marv 1, Real Sick versus Charlie Clips, Frag versus John the Don, New Jersey Twerk versus Pass. Now, Massacre 6 card is going to be August the 24th and 25th. Summer Madness Kings versus Queens is going to be September the 14th. September 14th. All right. And let's just see. Let's just see. And we're gonna talk about this one. We're gonna talk about it, man. Because I don't know, like, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. URL used to be the pinnacle. They not the pinnacle no more. URL used to be at the top. They not at the top no more. They not. You cannot lie to me and tell me that URL is the number one. They the brownstone, but sometimes brownstones get moved and another brownstone gets put in its place. We're gonna be here for a minute. Gonna be here for a minute, you heard? Now, this is episode 6 of my podcast. Every one of these videos, I just put it on the podcast section. You can go to my merch website, which is www.wasnevermedia.com. Now let's see. Look, Chiller Jones versus T-Rex. And mind you, Tay-Rock got a battle Jazz the Rapper and Big K. Like, this is back-to-back type deal. Tay-Rock, Geechee Gotti, John the Don, and Twerk all got to do battles back-to-back. So those four got a battle in August, then battle again in September. Like, I understand, like, Tay-Rock, he overworks himself. Like, people don't have Twerk beating passwords. But they have Twerk beating 40 bars. Coffee Brown might clip John. Romnitty gonna clear Vixen. Miss Hustle could clear Geechee. Could. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. Jazz the Rapper could clear Tay-Rock. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. But Massacre 6 card seems way better. Way better. Then I saw a comment under the 6 announcement on King of the Dot. On King of the Dot, where they was talking about Jonah. This game change. Alright. So I'll go down this one. And somebody said, why isn't Twerk battling the Saurus? They saying, I'm talking about Massacre 6 card. This person said, finally some battles that are exciting. Who in this world will be excited about Summer Madness Kings versus Queens? And why is URL mixing the two things? Summer Madness is for the Hall of Famers. I'm talking about the real Hall of Famers. The only Hall of Famers is Jazz, Miss Hustle, 40 bars. Those are Hall of Famers. The others are just contenders. And then, who thought about mixing Summer Madness with King versus Queens? Because I'm pretty sure let me see. I'm pretty sure. Let me get it up. Let me look at, okay, announcement 6 for King of the Dot versus King of the Dot with TakeOver Battle League. So, yeah, well, I'm reading these comments. Nobody really has Twerk winning that one. That's crazy. Because somebody said this is a pretty massive match announcement. Paz has an extensive KOTD history, and Twerk finally making his KOTD debut because Twerk was supposed to battle Shady Horror. But that never went down. Password versus Twerks was needed for the culture. They said Massacre 6 is this card pretty insane. This also opens the door for Big K versus Twerk on King of the Dot in the future, which is a match I really want but couldn't see a place. it could feasibly go down. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, Troy got one comment. The death of Paz. Let's see the replies though. Somebody said the death of Paz. Then two people replied and said, "Don't disrespect Paz like that. He one of the best rappers in all of battle rap." Then another person replied to the person who said that was said not a dang soul. You must have been paid to say that. These people just might not know who Password is. And then somebody said, "Okay, but who's Jonah battling? Is KOTD bringing Jonah back? Is there a return? Oh, that would be nice. That'll be nice. That'll be nice, you feel me?" Well, let me see. Wow. Gerald was so mad, he got on Twitter and unfollowed all of battle rap. That's not gonna make Verb unswallow all. Wow. Y'all done pushed Gerald out? Wow. What's going on? What is going on? Because that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Now let's see. I'm about to bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up. Let me see. Let's watch it.
Yes. Right? Now, when we're on these private calls, and yes, you're saying, go ahead. I got you, brother. Go ahead. And you say, hey, Verb came to this conclusion, and he said these are the reasons why, which were all invalidated one way or another, right? Whether it was Drew Beasley, me, you, yes, those were all invalidated. And then, like I said earlier, if we take those off the table, and then you confirm that the space Verb did was a culprit of the Hitman and Gerald situation over the $20,000 to start writing, if Hitman already invalidated those claims, right, he would then interpret like, all right, this space and these claims would be air quotes hate. Now, when he says your name publicly and says, Gerald told Hitman it's a dead ball, but Hitman wanted to keep going, that makes it look like either you are wrong, or Verb is wrong, or Verb doesn't have all the information, because we're admitting right here. And I'm with that space. What?
P, I'm sitting here telling you the information. So now can't nobody say that Gerald didn't say it. These are public recorded spaces. I mean, look, this is being recorded.
What you are saying right now, then, what you are saying, are you answering me the way that you just answered me? You are saying, you are saying in so many. I'm not slow. You are saying in so many words, AR. I know what you're saying, AR.
Mm-hmm.
I did what I was supposed to do.
Okay.
Verb is lying. That's what you're saying.
I'm sitting here telling you that I told him every single word, and that what I said to him, what I said to Hitman is, Verb is not hating on you. Hitman asking me for the money sparked the space. But what he said was, hey man, I'm tired of people asking you for this, and this. I got you. Watch this. That's what happened. Yes, that is exactly what happened. What Bird keeps saying is, G told me that, G said that I wasn't hating on you, Hitman, so why do you think I was hating? That's all I said. Everything else I'm sitting here telling you is the truth. I agree with everything y'all said. I haven't, oh no, y'all lying, I never said that. Everything y'all saying, I said. So I'm confused about what am I disagreeing with. I haven't disagreed with nothing. Everything y'all said happened. All the phone calls, all the words, so that's what I'm saying. This is recorded. So can't no blogger, can't no fan, can't nobody say, oh, he said something different. Hitman heard me, you heard me. I validated every single thing y'all said. Every single word y'all said.
But you see some of the
confusion
that happens along the way, and I'm not just sticking up. I'm not saying like, oh, I know you. I'm just saying, regardless, when those statements keep getting said, right? And then if you're in Holland's shoes, or even in my shoes indirectly, you're like, yo, like, why is that still being said publicly when this is what was said privately?
And here was my thing.
And see, that's why I don't really like being in people's business, you know. I like to be the blogger who just talk about battle rap only. Battle rap only. Not the gossip. So, Massacre 6 is better than King versus Queens. Let's keep it real. John the Don has a better opponent on King of the Dot. URL just gave Coffee Brown John. Do people really want to see that battle? I never heard nobody say, I want to see John versus Coffee Brown. I never heard nobody say, I want to see Rum Nitty versus Vixen the Assassin. I've heard people say, I want to see Tay-Rock versus Jazz the Rapper. Geechee Gotti versus Miss Hustle. Yeah, I never seen some of the battles on Kings versus Queens. I never saw nobody say Official versus T-Top. If that was said, that might have been said in a battle that I don't think I've seen a battle where T-Top called Official out or Official called T-Top out. But there might be only one battle on Massacre 6, which was the first one, T-Rex versus Chilla Jones. I never heard Chilla Jones call T-Rex out. I never heard T-Rex call Chilla Jones out. Now, Body of the Night, no, Battle of the Night, it might be between Twerk versus Paz and between Twerk versus Paz and Big K versus Tay-Rock. Even Geechee Gotti versus Marv won. So, if I go to me see. Get out of that. Let me see. Battle rap. Oh shoot! Wait a minute. Let me bring this up. Let me bring this up. One second. Let me bring this up. Let me bring this up. One second. Hey, all right. So this is my Reddit account. Let me see. Now it says favorite battles locked behind the app. Hey team, I subbed for a month because I wanted to watch Lux versus Nitty. Which battles are on there that aren't on YouTube that you would recommend? P.S. Lux second round might be the best worst round of all time. It started out terrible, and somewhere in the middle, that man hit the go button like Nas in a Fast and Furious movie. Then somebody said battle rap is dead. A self-fulfilling prophecy. I've avoided making this post due to the amount of criticism that I'll probably receive for saying this, but at this point, I haven't seen anyone with this perspective, so I'll take the down votes, just as long as people hear me out. I think the fans are just as responsible for the depth of battle rap as any league or league owner. I wholeheartedly love the sport of battle rap. I used to watch the World Rap Championship on Comcast Cable on demand when I was a kid. I remember sneaking off into the computer lab in high school. I'm 30 now to watch grind time battles on YouTube due to life circumstances from 2012 to 2020. I did not consume any battle rap. Wow. Wow. URL callouts. What? This dude said this one of the best cards on paper. No. Massacre 6 has the better card. That's a fact. Let me look at these comments, bro. Let me see what these weirdos saying. Let me see what these weirdos are saying. So this you see what it says? Let me make sure y'all see it. All right, I have to go down. So it said this one of the best cards on paper, and fans will still complaining at this point. What can they do to make y'all happy? Then it says, I'm looking in the comments, I'm seeing a lot of hate. I don't get it. I remember the Summer Impact card being one of the best cards ever. Oh my god. Listen, URL got the biggest fan base that only watch URL. They don't watch nobody else. Because of the names, it doesn't get any better than this. All right. So, the first comment under this Reddit post, it says King of the Dot Massacre card better. Better. Let me get an upvote for that. Somebody said male versus female battles are butt 99% of the time. None of these matchups have any history or any hype behind them. It's the same 6 guys we see on every URL card battling the top 6 women in seemingly random order. That's a fact. That's a fact. Like, They use the same 6 dudes over and over and over. There's other male battle rappers. Like, you got Safir Soul, you got Clutch, Eunice, dang, I forgot the other two. There's a lot of other male battle rappers they could have used for this card. And then they could have just took off Summer Madness and put King versus Queens. But for URL to make money, they got to use the big names so they can make the money back. It's the same complaint people have had anytime they announce these matchup events. No need to bring out the URL cape. People would just prefer a Summer Madness than a separate King versus Queen event. Feels like we're getting cheated when they put together a card and say it's both events in one. Especially when you're dealing with a platform that loves to talk about how much they work and feed people. I'm only complaining because they mix 2 different events together. I'm not hyped for that Summer Madness card. I'm hyped for that Massacre card, though. I'm more hyped on that card than I am for the Summer Madness. I had to keep it real. Had to keep it real for real. Because Massacre has Passwords versus New Jersey Twerk, Frag versus John the Don, Real Sick versus Charlie Clips, Geechee Gotti versus Marv 1, Tay-Rock versus Big K. And then they got Killer Jones versus T-Rex. If URL wasn't so butthurt, he could have came, like, Big K could have came over to URL, but then we would not have been able to see the battle on YouTube. You see, URL didn't clip King of the Dot because King of the Dot got that kind of money. And so, names don't make fights to me. Matchups matter. 40 is a literal choke artist. All the names you mentioned are battling names we don't care to see. Who asks? We'll see what I'm talking about. Who asks for Vixen versus Rum? Who asks for John versus Coffee? Big names don't equate to good battles to me. I never want to see Hustle rap against anyone, so this is a wasted Geechee battle to me. Hey, I'm trying to tell y'all. Nobody asked for John versus Coffee. Nobody asked for Vixen versus Rum. Nobody. Because Summer Madness is not and should not be a King versus Queens card. That's the issue here. They could do 2 really good events, but they mess up their own model and can't afford it, so they combine cards. They set a standard, now they can't keep to it. That's people's issues. URL set it a standard, now they can't keep to that standard. it can, and this card is definitely cheeks. That being said, this is 45 minutes away from the crib. I'm going to be there. And somebody said, well, if this card's cheeks, then sadly to say, battle rap is dead then. Unfortunately, there's still a big portion that don't care for the female rappers. Additionally, that goes for the battlers too. Some of the male versus female cards sound half ass. That it's like only 10% got replay value. New Jersey twerk versus 40 bars. That's not gonna have no replay value. The only battles on this Summer Madness card is going to be Tay Rock versus Gas Rapper, Geechee Gotti versus Miss Hustle, Rum Nitty versus Vixen the Assassin, T-Top versus Official. Like, you might give each of these battles maybe 1 or 2 watches. Tops. That is right. Because ask yourself, why did all the good talent go to RBE? And I said nothing about the vets. And then somebody said, what good talents? Name them. Hitman, Verb, Ill Will. Half of the RBE roster was on URL first. Hitman, the only one selling tickets, and Ill Will actually nice, just lacks star power and doesn't sell tickets. What? Somebody says solid matchups. I just don't care about seeing any of these battles. On paper, that's the problem. Some of these guys are big names, but when they battle every week, is not compelling at all to see them again. Just feels like going through the motions for a check. Then somebody says no one cares because Massacre is way better. So that shows me that I'm going to be focused on more of doing content over Massacre 6 since all of URL's battles are shelved. They all got a shelf life, which costs $8 a month to see it. So you have to wait until they drop them and then purchase the monthly and then watch them and then take your money back and leave. That's it. Because majority of the people, they want to bring K-Shine back. Because I think folks are sick of the combined events. No Gnome, Band Legacy, Summer Impact, or now Summer Madness Kings and Queens. Just want a regular Summer Madness card. Yeah, they could have added Couture and E Hart. Somebody is disrespectful. They said make T-Top versus Official a wet t-shirt contest. That's crazy. You was a wild dude. You was a wild boy. That's crazy. But listen, this is my 6th episode for my podcast. Let's get into it. Comment down below what event you like best and I'm out with it. You feel me? I'm out with it.